Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. In today's riff lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Do I Want to Know by the Arctic Monkeys. This is a fab riff lesson. Let's have a look at it. Now this riff's designed, it's not the full song, but it's a big chunk of it, and the idea is I just want to give you something really short and fun to look at and to learn and to play, and you can just go around that to your heart's content. Now this video is the first in a series of what I call Riffmas. So at time of recording in December 2025, I'm holding a competition on my Facebook group where you can win either a TC Electronic Mojo pedal, a TC Electronic Ditto pedal, or an Enya carbon fibre travel guitar. All of the details for that will be in the description, but basically if you want a chance to win some of these, I'm asking people to take a little clip of themselves playing it and then post it in my Facebook group. Check out the first link in the description and also a little bit more in the video description about how to enter. If you're not necessarily bothered about that but still want to learn how to play it, if you head to the second link in the description, that'll take you to my website where you can download a PDF for this completely for free. All the tabs that you see on screen today you can download completely for free. There's no monkey business, no signs up. No, you don't have to sign up for anything or give me your email address or do any of that. You just literally go on my website and grab it for free. And I'd recommend that you do so because there's like 5 fairly kind of neat, succinct chunks that I want to break this up into. So let's have a look then. So that's the whole thing. And you can either pause that and have a go at that, getting that under your fingers, or what we'll do is we'll break it up into chunks. So I'm going to start with this here. Now, we're all at the sort of lower end of the neck, okay? We're going to talk about guitar tones and things in a second, but let's get the piece under his fingers first. We're going to start with an F note on the 1st fret of the low E string, and I'm going to hammer into the 3rd fret of the same string. And I'm going between F and G. And just to be clear, what that means is I'm picking that 1st fret, I then use either my ring finger or my pinky, depending on how big your hands are, and I'm going to physically bash it into the 3rd fret, but keep it pressed down. So by the time that 3rd finger hits the fretboard, I'm actually got 2 points of contact with the fretboard. And there's no audible gap between those notes. I don't need to pick that 3rd fret. I only pick it once and hammer on like so. We're then going to move that index finger down to the 1st fret of the A string. And then we're going to go back to that 3rd fret of the low E to round off this slide. And you can do that as either down, up, down picking or down, down, down. I tend to change my mind. I can't make my mind up which way is the best to do it. Pause the video and get that under your fingers for me. If you're ready for a little bit more, this is what we've just spoken about here. Look. Da-da-da-da. This next chunk, we're going to talk about from this 1st fret in the start of the 3rd bar all the way back to here. That's the next chunk we're going to look at. And you can see the first 3 notes are identical, aren't they? So I've done 1st fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret, but then I'm going to move down to the D string. I'm going to play the 1st fret, I'm going to pluck it, and then I'm going to slide up into that 3rd fret on the D string. And then come back. You see how it's a variation on the first lick? The first one sounds like this. This one sounds like this. And then we're going to head over here. And while my ring finger's hovering around that 3rd fret, I'm going to press the 3rd fret of the A string. I'm going to pluck it and slide it up to the 5th fret. See here, I'm sliding it up from 3 to 5. If you haven't gone to the website and get the PDF, I do encourage you to do so. And then come back on yourself. There's a lot of to-ing and fro-ing in this, you'll see. If you slide up to a note, chances are you go back to where you slid from. Now, let's not worry about this 1st fret all the way over here. We will get to it in a second, but it's part of the 4th kind of chunk to put it all together. So far, I'd like you to work on the first 3 bars, excluding the very last note. This is at the top of the first line of the PDF if you've downloaded that. It sounds like this. Can you hear how there's 3 definite chunks in that? I'd like you to pause the video and get that under your fingers for me, please. If you're okay, we'll press on. We're gonna put that first fret that we've been excluding back in now. But you need to just be patient with me while I shuffle to the next slide. So I've just played that first fret, and then I'm going to play the 3rd fret of the same string, and then I'm going to pick the open D string underneath it, and then come back to this 3rd fret. Da 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 da. And then the final lick, we're again playing that B flat on the 1st fret of the A string, hammering onto the 3rd fret, just like we did at the very beginning of the piece. I'm then going to slide between the 3rd fret and the 5th fret with this ring finger, but I'm going to do it twice in quick succession. And then finish on that G note, 3rd fret of the low E string. So you see what I mean about there being sort of quite succinct sections to this. The first bit, and I want you to chunk it up this way when you're learning it at home. So that's the first bit. Second bit. Second bit. 3rd bit. 4th bit. 5th bit. And what I really like about this riff is it's cyclical. You can just go round and round and round it to your heart's content. Put a metronome on and try and sort of jam along with it, because it's got like this sort of almost like tribal drum, hasn't it, on the recording. Go round again. We come across some riffs that are quite addictive and sort of almost like egg you on to keep playing round and round and round it, and this riff's no exception. So tones-wise, I'm using a Boss Katana set very clean. I'll put the panel up on screen now. I'll take a photo with my phone. Those are the settings that I'm using, which is basically if I turn the pedal off, it's very, very clean. But then I'm using a Big Muff overdrive pedal. Sorry, fuzz pedal, not overdrive. Now, you don't have to have a fuzz pedal to learn how to play this song. You could even do it on acoustic guitar and it'll sound just fine. But I'm using a Fender Jazzmaster. It's an American vintage reissue, and I'm using the back pickup. I see a lot of photos of Alex Turner playing a Jazzmaster, so I thought I'd dig mine out. And I think you don't have to use a fuzz pedal per se. You can use overdrive, whether you're using a pedal or whether you're using the amp. But what I'd like you to think of it is try not to use loads and loads and loads of gain. You want to use the gain almost as a thickener. And what it's doing is, can you hear how the notes are sustaining? And that's what they're using it for. They're wanting to sort of make the notes kind of sustain, ring out for as long as they can. So, how did you find the first instalment of the riff lesson? Would you like me to do a lesson on the remainder of the song? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to see some of you taking part in the Riffmas competition. I'll see you in a couple of days for the second instalment. Thank you so much.